Boom. $9 trillion vaporized in just 36 hours. Gold plunging 10% overnight. Silver getting absolutely demolished by 30% in a single day, worse than 1980. Stocks tanking, crypto bleeding out, Bitcoin crashing below $80,000 like a rock off a cliff. If you bought the top, you're hurting right now. Thoughts and prayers to the weak hands getting shaken out. This bloodbath is real, folks. Bigger wipeout than the 2008 crash in raw dollars. But hold up. Is this the death of the bull run, or the mother of all setups for the biggest squeeze you've ever seen? Stick with me, because I'm breaking it down raw, no fluff, and showing you how to turn this pain into your biggest win yet. Let's dive in. First off, what the hell just happened? You wake up, check your portfolio, it's on fire, but not the good kind. Gold was kissing $5,600 an ounce, silver blasting past $120 like it was nothing. Then bam, Friday hits, and poof, gold's down to $4,600, silver's gutted at $75. Trillions gone in minutes. Stocks? S&P 500 and NASDAQ took a 2% haircut in a day. Microsoft alone losing $357 billion, more than some countries' GDPs. Crypto? Bitcoin from $90,000 to $78,000, wiping out billions in leveraged bets. Liquidations cascading like dominoes in a hurricane. This isn't random, folks. They, the big boys, the institutions, are laughing while you bleed. You're the exit liquidity here. So why the carnage? Simple. The dollar just went beast mode. DXY spiked hard, crushing everything in its path. Think of the dollar like a massive seesaw. When it slams up, it crushes gold, silver, and risk assets on the other end. What triggered it? Trump's pick for Fed chair. Kevin Warsh, the hawkish beast who hates easy money. Markets freaked. No more rate cuts. Tighter policy ahead. Fed's latest meeting? They held rates at 3.5 to 3.75%, but the tone? Hawkish as hell. Powell basically said, the economy's solid, jobs are strong, no rush to cut. Add profit taking after that parabolic run, gold up 10% YTD, silver tripled in a year, and boom, leveraged positions get wrecked. Margin calls firing like machine guns, forcing sales into a panic. It's a classic flush out. Weak hands shaken, diamond hands rewarded. But listen, I've seen this movie before. This exact same thing happened in March 2020, right? COVID crash, gold dipped 15%, silver got nuked 30% in days. Then what? It exploded 200% higher in months. Or back in 2011, after the debt ceiling drama, silver crashed 35%, then ripped 150% up. History screams. These dips are buy signals, not funerals. The fundamentals? Still screaming bull. This dip, it's the setup. Long term? Oh man, the bulls are charging harder than ever. Central banks? They're stacking like never before. 863 tons of gold in 2025, another 755 tons coming in 2026. That's like hoarding ammo before a war. Why? De-dollarization's unstoppable. Countries ditching the buck, loading up on gold and silver as real money. Supply shortages? Silver's in its fifth straight deficit year. 95 million ounces short in 2026 alone. Mines can't keep up. Most silver's a byproduct, not primary. And demand? Exploding. Industrial use hit 680 million ounces last year. Solar panels gobbling 197 million ounces. EVs sucking down 70 million more per year. Add AI data centers. Power demand up 5,000% since 2000, all needing silver's killer conductivity. Green energy, tech boom, geopolitical chaos, it's all fueling this fire. They can't thrift silver out. It's irreplaceable. Trillions vanished? Yeah, but trillions more in demand are coming. Probabilities? Look, I'm not sugarcoating. 65% chance we rally hard next month. Warsh gets confirmed, but markets overreacted. Fed eases a bit anyway. 25% more pain to shake out the last weak hands. Maybe silver tests, $70, gold, $40 to $400. 10% sideways chop, while everyone catches their breath. But mark my words, this is not the end. I know it hurts. We've all been there, staring at red screens, questioning everything. But this is your empowerment moment. Flip the script, stack smart, and watch the comeback crush the doubters. My bold call? By mid-February, silver smashes back above $100. Gold? Back over $5,000 easy. Why? The deficit bites hard, central banks keep buying, and AI, solar, EV demand doesn't sleep. The squeeze is coming. Physical shortages will force paper prices to catch up. You heard it here first. Powerful advice. Ditch leverage now. It's a killer in these shakes. Stack physical if you can, bars, coins, whatever you can grab. Buy the dip smart. Not all at once. Dollar cost average in. Watch key indicators closely. DXY for dollar moves. Fed speeches for hawkish vibes. China data for industrial hunger. Stay vigilant, stay stacked. You wake up, rub your eyes, grab your phone, and your screen is bleeding red. Deep, angry red. Gold, the unbreakable king, the safe haven god that everyone swore would never crack, just got smashed down nearly 10% in a single brutal session, plunging from highs, kissing $500-600 an ounce, straight into the 4600s like it was nothing. Silver? Forget it. Silver got absolutely demolished. 27% to 35% wiped out in hours, crashing from over $120 down to the 70s and 80s in a free fall that made 1980s crash look tame. We're talking $7 trillion to $15 trillion was pick your poison from the headlines, vaporized from precious metals alone in just 36 to 48 hours. Add in the ripple. Stocks tanking, S&P and NASDAQ shedding more to 2.5% in a flash, wiping hundreds of billions more. Bitcoin? It got dragged under too, slamming from the 80,000s, 90,000s range down below $77,000, liquidating longs left and right. Trillions. Real trillions. Gone in a heartbeat. This isn't a dip, folks. This is a massacre. And if you're holding any of these assets, especially if you chase the top like so many did during that parabolic euphoria, you're hurting right now. Bad. I feel it with you. We've all stared at those red numbers, heart pounding, wondering if it's over. Thoughts and prayers to every retail trader who got caught in the crossfire, because this bloodbath hit hard and fast. But let's get real about the pain. This wipeout didn't sneak up quietly. It exploded overnight and through the weekend into Monday madness. Gold futures screaming lower, spot prices tanking 9% on Friday alone, the sharpest drop since the 1980s. Then another 5 to 6% gut punch today. Silver, a historic 27% single-day plunge, then 10-12% more today, turning what was the hottest commodity into a slaughterhouse. Why the scale? Above-ground gold supply estimates put that 8 to 11% drop at a racing $3.5 trillion just from yellow metal. Silver's even wilder volatility? Another $1.52 trillion or more vanished. Combine them, and reports are screaming $7 trillion, $9 trillion, even $15 trillion across metals in under 2 days. That's bigger in raw dollars than chunks of 2008's meltdown. And it spilled everywhere. Crypto longs got torched for hundreds of millions in minutes. Equities bled as risk-off panic spread. Margin calls firing like fireworks. Leveraged players obliterated. Forced sales into thin bids cascading lower, shaking out anyone who wasn't rock solid. You feel that knot in your stomach? That's the immediate pain talking. Portfolios on fire. Not the fun kind that builds wealth, but the kind that scorches everything you built. If you loaded up during the hype, gold tripling in recent years, silver exploding 300% plus, Bitcoin mooning on AI and adoption dreams, you're staring at unrealized losses that sting like hell. Weak hands? They're folding now, dumping at any price just to stop the bleeding. The big institutions, the ones who set the traps, they're the ones laughing while you bleed, scooping up discounted physical or waiting for the bottom. You're the exit liquidity here, plain and simple. This flush out is merciless, designed to separate dreamers from diamond hands. And the triggers? Brutal and clear. The dollar went full beast mode. DXY spiking to 97 plus, up sharply as the hawkish winds blew hard. Who wants tighter policy? No more babying the economy. Markets priced in no rate cuts, maybe hikes if things heat up. Fed signals stayed firm. Economy strong, jobs solid, inflation not dead yet. Profit taking slammed in after those insane runs. Gold up massively YTD, silver parabolic. Then leverage did the rest. Margin calls hit like dominoes in a storm, forcing sales of everything to cover. One asset cracks, it drags the rest down in sympathy. Liquidity dried up fast, bids vanished, and panic selling took over. Not random, coordinated deleveraging. The seesaw effect. Strong dollar crushes commodities, risk assets fold under pressure. This hurts deep because we all bought the narrative. Gold as ultimate hedge, silver as industrial rocket, crypto as future money. Then, bam, reality check in the most violent way. But here's the flip. Pain like this purges the excess. It shakes out the over-leveraged, the tourists who chased headlines. The real players, they're licking their chops. Because history doesn't lie. Crashes like this set up epic rebounds. But right now, feel the burn. Acknowledge it. You're not alone in the red. Millions are bleeding with you. This is the immediate pain phase. Raw, emotional, portfolio destroying in spots. But it's also the moment weak hands get flushed and smart money starts positioning for the comeback. Hold tight, breathe, and remember, this bloodbath isn't the end. It's the violent setup for what's next. The bulls aren't dead. They're just reloading after the flush. My bold call right here, right now. Listen up, because this is the one that wakes the sleeping giants and crushes the doubters. By mid-February, silver smashes back above $100 an ounce. Mark it, screenshot it, Tattoo it on your portfolio if you have to. Gold? It rockets back over $5,000 easy, probably kissing $5,200, $5,300 as the dust settles. Why mid-February? That's when the overreaction fades, the hawkish noise from Warsh's nomination gets digested, and reality bites hard. The dollar's spiked to around 97. It's peaking. DXY can't hold forever when the economy's still humming, but inflation fears ease. Fed signals? They'll soften just enough to let risk breathe again. But the real rocket fuel? Those structural forces that never sleep. Silver's deficit is chronic. 95 million ounces short last year. Another monster gap projected for 2026. Mines produce flat byproduct supply lags, but demand? Exploding vertical. Solar panels alone chew through nearly 200 million ounces yearly. EVs gobble more per vehicle than ever. AI data centers demand insane conductivity for power grids. Silver's irreplaceable here. Physical shortages build quietly while paper prices get flushed. When that disconnect snaps, vertical squeeze. We've seen it. Post-crash rebounds rip 100 and 200% in months. This time, with central banks stacking 795, 800 tons of gold in 2026, still way above historical norms, de-dollarization rolling unstoppable, countries ditching fiat for real assets amid geopolitical chaos, the comeback is inevitable. Silver's volatility works both ways. It got nuked harder, down 25-35% from 120 plus ties to the 70s, 80s now, so the snapback is fiercer. Gold holds steadier, but still climbs as the ultimate hedge reloads. This isn't hopium, it's math meeting history. The flush purged the leverage junkies, weak hands dumped, institutions scooped dips quietly. Now, the board is clear for bulls to charge. I know the pain is fresh, portfolios scorched, confidence shaken, staring at losses that feel permanent. We've all been there, hearts racing at 3 a.m., checking charts, questioning every decision. If you're hurting right now, own it, feel it. But don't let it paralyze you. This is your empowerment pivot. Flip the script. Pain today is set up for massive gains tomorrow. You're not a victim, you're positioned. Diamond hands win these cycles. The big boys want you out. Don't give them the satisfaction. Stay in the game smart. Powerful advice time. Listen close because this saves accounts. Ditch leverage now if you're still carrying any. Futures. Options margin. It's poison in volatility storms like this. One more cascade and you're wiped. Go physical if you can. Bars, coins, allocated storage, tangible metal you control, no counterparty risk. Premiums might compress short-term in panic, but grab what you can afford. Buy the dip smart, not all at once like a gambler. Dollar cost average in chunks, 20-30% now if you're bold. More as it stabilizes, watch for bounces. No FOMO all in, patience wins. Key indicators to stalk like a hawk. DXY for dollar weakness signals. Break below 96, 97 lights the fuse. Fed minutes, harsh speeches for any dovish pivot. China, industrial data for silver demand proof. PMI jumps or solar import spike, that's your green light. Geopolitics too. Any flare-up boosts safe haven flow back in. Stay vigilant, no autopilot. This crash? It's not breaking the bull, it's tempering the steel. Fundamentals scream louder than any headline panic. Central banks hoarding, supply strangled, demand exploding from green tech and AI. Trillions in future buying power lined up. The squeeze is loading. By mid-February, when silver blasts past $100 and gold reclaims 5,000 plus, you'll look back at this red and thank it. It shook out the noise, handed you cheaper entry. Empowerment isn't hoping, it's acting. Stack smart, hold strong, watch the indicators. We're turning their flush into our fortune. If this fired you up, smash that like button hard. Subscribe now or the next volatility wave catches you flat-footed. Comment your prediction below. Silver to $100 by mid-Feb. Gold 5,200. I'll pin the sharpest calls, the winners who nail it. Screenshot this bold prediction. Tag me when silver rips $100. You'll want proof you saw it coming. We're in the trenches together, flipping pain to power. Let's make them regret underestimating us. Stack on, stay savage, peace.